The Lions franchise offseason is officially here. It's going to be on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bengal. And it's going to be hopefully a really fun offseason. Yes, it will be posted on YouTube later, probably as early as tomorrow, but it might be a couple days. Just depends on how long it takes me to go through and edit. I usually don't like to make too many changes because I do a lot of prep work, which you guys have seemed to really enjoy in the past. And I just want to give you guys a couple of ideas about the way this free agency will go. It will be in 30 minutes as I record this, but probably as you guys watch this, it will be like right now. 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. If you live in the Mountain Time, I think it's 5:30. So learn time zones. Do that. But this is going to be an interesting offseason. It could be very crazy. Hopefully, it doesn't take you guys out of the realism. That's my big concern right now. But the point of this video is to not only give you guys an offseason preview. It's going to be very short, this video. It's not going to be super long like my usual content, which maybe this will be more enjoyable for you guys, right? But I want to ask a couple things, and the reason I'm posting this as a video is I want to get, and I'll probably mention this in the offseason stream as well, I want to get a huge general consensus on this. So this is where I want you guys to be really, really active in the comment section. Scouting has landed today. It's coming out. People thought I had the update early because apparently I'm favored as a content creator, and I didn't. I have a beta version of the game. It's a test version where you go and test it, and they said test it for a video, so I did. That makes me a bad guy to some of you. Who cares? But with the offseason, scouting's here. Is it worth restarting the franchise in order to get the scouting update? Now, my opinion on this is that it probably isn't. But if you guys really want me to, we can restart the franchise. Just how many players are worth adding? Like, we built up some of the storylines from year one. And like, look at Lance Windsor. He was a big storyline of season one or season one draft. Chris Davis is a superstar development quarterback for the Giants, who's now playing up to an 83 overall. Like, it's not going to be worth it to me time-wise to recreate all of these guys in a new franchise where I have to simulate a couple years in the future, and then hopefully the team drafted similarly, but the prospects are going to be different. And then I have to change every name. I have to change every attribute and development trait, just like I'm doing one of those crazy videos that I did earlier in the year, which is, resimulating the 2010s with a 2010 roster up through 2021. That took weeks and weeks and weeks of effort. I know you guys want Lions franchise videos as often as I can give them to you. And if I were not only having to recreate the entire roster for just the Lions, I would have to do that for every team, or at least multiple players. So in my opinion, to me, it doesn't feel worth it to restart the franchise just for the scouting update. What I think probably happens is I'll usually do like 2 franchise series throughout the year, and we'll do Lions franchise with the current scouting, even though it will feel a little lackluster to some of you guys for sure, just because the feature is new, and I like the new feature, but I just don't think it's worth it to erase all the work that we put in through 2-ish seasons now, to erase that and kind of start from scratch in a way. So I would really love to know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. I'm really in a tough spot with that because I do want the scouting update, but as you know, it doesn't impact future franchises. And somebody said the suggestion of just go into the scouting for these guys, right, and import this class. That way you only lose last year's draft class and you can still recreate the players you have on the current roster. But to me, it just doesn't feel worth it. And like, during the import, what happens if I were to accidentally take a look at one of the players? It would ruin the entire thing for me. It would ruin the entire thing. And it's like, yeah, I get that. I do pretty much know who's going to be good and who's going to be bad based off of early first round pick in the bottom right. I know about how good they're going to be within the class. I'm conflicted, but I'm definitely leaning towards not restarting. Let me know what you think about that down in the comment section below. But if you saw the draft preview, I worked really hard in that video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But you're probably really familiar with our draftable players. I've already gotten some feedback about who you guys want to draft and who you guys probably don't want me to draft. And there are a bunch of interesting players in here. But that's one thing. But the biggest thing about this video is I want your feedback on whether or not we should restart the franchise. And of course, this is the big point of this video as well. The second big point, this is the free agent class. And it's an interesting one. Tyreek Hill is here. Fletcher Cox, Rodney Hudson, Deron Payne, Kareem Hunt, you know, some really, really good players. Byron Murphy could be worth looking at. Tom Brady's here. We're probably going to look to avoid that. Rashawn Gary's here. Like, there are a bunch of good players, some older, like Bobby Wagner, that could still be really, really good for us. And some definitely younger and on the rise, like Sean Murphy Bunting or Byron Murphy. Or is there another player named Murphy in here to go with that trend? Like Irv Smith Jr. could be a really good backup tight end that we could sign. So I am conflicted about how to approach this offseason. Max Crosby could be a great addition. But these are the free agents that we'll be able to choose from. There are some good options. I'm, per usual, going to lean towards the younger players just because I think they're going to be more easily developed and we'll have them for longer. But that doesn't mean that I won't take a player who I think could be really good for one season. Maybe that's Jordan Poyer. Maybe that's Devin McCourty. Juan Thornhill could be worth looking at. At corner, like Kyle Fuller's a little bit older. Bryce Callahan's a little bit older. But Callahan in particular is still going to be pretty fast. And we lack speed, and he might be pretty cheap because none of these teams are offering on these guys already. Like Levante David could be great right now. And these have X Factor abilities. We have 0 X Factors on the team. What could a Bobby Wagner with a superstar X Factor ability add to the team? I really am considering a lot of different ways. This is not like it is with rebuilds. Look at Fletcher Cox, 32 years old, superstar X Factor though, 91 overall, has 2 superstar abilities and his superstar X Factor, which we can change. Deron Payne could be big. And our defensive line, like Aleem McNeil, really hasn't developed all that much. Max Crosby's here. Definitely let me know what you think. Rodney Hudson could be a great addition to our line. Move Frank Ragnow to guard. Like, we could do that. We could definitely look to do that. Again, we talked about Irv Smith as a backup. And then, like, the big one, sorry, my nose is a little bit itchy. Tyreek Hill. He's 29 years old, superstar X Factor, 97 overall, with 99 speed. And his route running's amazing. He's going to be open every play. Does that ruin the franchise? Do we have the money to make this happen? Not really. Like, we do a little bit, but we wouldn't really be able to get a lot else. And do I go crazy in the draft? That's another big thing. Because a lot of guys want Alex Soto traded. A lot of you want Alex Soto traded. Jared Goff could very well be traded in the draft. He's an 80 overall. He's 28. He's at star dev. His trade value could be pretty large. And that could help us move up the board a lot and even just get a first round pick. How realistic should we make the trades? Tyrell Williams. I mean, we need a receiver. Do we get Tyreek Hill instead of Tyrell Williams? He's 31. He's regressing. I'm so conflicted. Let me know down in the comment section below. I think that's pretty much going to do it for this video. You've seen the scouting. You've seen the free agents now. You've gotten your opinion probably already made up. But free agency and off-season draft stream, 20 minutes as I record this. As you watch, it's probably happening right now. Twitch.tv/Bengal. Link is down in the description. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. I'ma turn taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.